I get really worried when I hear young people say they don't watch the news anymore because it's too negative and depressing. Today we're going to talk about solutions-based storytelling. Let's go. There's an old maxim in journalism: if it bleeds, it leads. And it goes back to the Vietnam War, where bloody front pages of newspapers sold more newspapers. But now I'm here to tell you that the world has changed. Our generation, my generation, your generation, we've been surrounded, inundated by terrorism, fear-mongering, negativity. Since the day we were born, we had beheadings and all sorts of nasty stuff piped into our cell phones. We don't want to watch it. We certainly don't want to share it. Positivity and solutions is what we want to talk about. Today we're going to be talking about solutions-based storytelling and constructive journalism. I focused my entire career on looking at solutions to problems in society. Here's a problem in this community, and here's someone making it better. Not just because I feel these are important stories to tell, but actually because they perform better on social media. If you look at the top 10 posts on Facebook every month, without fail, every time you will find that they are always positive stories, people that are making the world a better place. So we're going to focus on those kinds of stories. At #OurStories, submissions must tick 4 critical boxes. Firstly, they must be factual. We work in journalism. Everything must be accurate and factual content. Secondly, they must be constructive or solutions-based, not simply identifying or whining about a problem, but saying, here's how we can take the narrative forward. Here's how we can make it better. Number 3, stories must be unique. We're not looking for stories you find everywhere else. We want unique, original content. And number 4, stories must be shareable. There's no point creating a story if it's not going to travel on the World Wide Web. The big difference between newspapers and television compared to online: television and in newspapers, you had a captivated audience that were going to buy your newspaper day in, day out. We're going to turn on the television at 7 o'clock no matter what. But with social media, you've got to go and find that audience. Your content has to travel. And in order for it to travel, it needs to be highly shareable content. So to give you some examples of constructive journalism and solutions-based storytelling, I was recently in Palestine, a place that has often been associated in news coverage with war and disaster, but there is so many more stories to tell. I met a young boy who was collecting tear gas canisters and turning them into jewelry, turning them into art. This is constructive journalism, taking a problem and turning it into a solution. Guys, there are tons of organizations all over the world that are getting on the constructive journalism and solutions-based storytelling drive. A couple organizations that I think are doing some really cool stories include Aussie based in the US and Upworthy that focuses on positive news.